Know who you are. Know whose you are. Know your worth. Woman, my daughter, my bride, do you not know, or have you forgotten what I called you to be? What I tasked you to do, what I put in you? It's definitely more than the outer adornment that you put so much emphasis on, because the things on the outside will fade quicker than the day's setting sun, leaving you to eventually realize that I am the only one to be counted on, to be trusted. So believe me when I speak my words, thinking it not to be absurd or false, but true, keeping you away from death's thirsty grip that's all too eager to take a sip of the sweet nectar that I have created in you. And you bring perversion in waste because you're ever ready to give it to any Tom, Dick, or Harry, bound to any man who lies long enough in order to bury that brilliant light that I have placed in you. Seriously, bride, stop soiling what I have sanctified because I was so gracious as to give you grace. If I tell you to clothe yourselves and not flaunt what should only be for your husband's eyes, then why are you so surprised at the intense desire his stare belies? It's because he knows that you are his and only his, making you more precious, more valuable, because you aren't just a miss, but his missus. You are not a commodity to be stocked or exchanged. Stop devaluing the price that I have placed on you. You were precious enough for me to give my life. I cried for you. I bled for you. Is any of this getting through? It doesn't seem so, since you still choose to continue to abandon my ways, living your days to commit fornication, or as the world calls it, casual sex, booty call, friends with benefits. But it benefits or profits you nothing when you release your sweet nectar to the buzzing bee, setting him free to go pollinate another. And what of you, my adulterous whores? I can only call you as you are, thinking that the sun rises and sets to your star. But in reality, anything that was once precious in you has now been corrupted, since you have erupted me from your life. And the sweet truth that was once in you has become bitter, warped and twisted in order for you to emulate the foolishness and evil you see on TV, instead of trying to live for and imitate me. You rather put your trust in the companies and corporations whose job it is to enslave you to them, so that your decisions are dictated by your whim, not your wisdom. Because wisdom will tell you that you deceive yourselves when you say, I'm just a pretty little liar. I'm not a part of the bad girls club or one of those desperate housewives. I'm the good wife. But are you considered a good wife to God? Because remember, I called you my bride. I brought you to my side. I laid down the ultimate order for you and I to become intimate. But you see, I'm trying to save you from the tentacles of death. And yes, it is that serious. My words are not clouded or mysterious. Not for those who have a mind and heart to listen and obey, to follow it in the way, the truth, and the life. That is, unless you're still eagerly running to fall on Satan's knife. Do what I placed you here to do, my Proverbs 31 woman. For I took you from Adam's rib and created you as a helpmeet. Do not try to usurp the seat that I placed you in. Get off the bandwagon that foolish women ride on, thinking that they are the head, bringing confusion into their households, even making their marriage dead. Because no man wants to be belittled, challenged, made to feel small by the woman he vowed to God to love, to endure the good, the bad, the all. If you hear the truth of my words and feel the conviction in your heart, turn to me from your sinful ways. I will forgive and grant you a new start. But if you choose to remain defiant, prideful, and locked in the lies of the world, then it's you that I'm speaking about in Romans 1. Proverbs 31 woman, or just a foolish and dead little girl? Know your worth.